Okay, so this is our trip up to the Barracks. We left out of Hurricane, Utah, drove Highway 59 all the way up to Colorado City. From Colorado City, it turns into Highway 389, about 3 miles out of town. Turns into like 2400 South, I think it's called. Goes to the Cane Beds Road. Want to take a left on that off 389. Goes down what 4 or 5 miles. And road basically just you got to take a 90 back to the left. Anyway, it puts you on the Pink Coral Sand Dunes Road. Pink Coral Dunes, take it all the way out. End up called Elephant Gap. Parking lot there off the left off Colorado Road 43. Is that right? Yeah, Pink Coral Sand Dunes Road. Anyway, there's a parking lot just off to the left, kind of on a corner. We unloaded there. Probably unloaded, I would say probably 6-8 inches of snow when we unloaded. Went straight out of the back of the parking lot, run that trail, Elephant Cove Road Trail, or Elephant Gap, I think they call it too. A couple names. Anyway, we run that right out of the back of the parking lot. Run it all the way. I think it turns into trail number on that. I think is 20D, and then it turns to 25D trail. Yeah, 25D. On 25D, you want to take a right, and then that'll tie right over to trail K1285. So K1285. We took another right on that, which is still part of the Elephant Gap Road. That took us right over to Harris Mountain Road. On Harris Mountain, we took a left from that point, and that run us straight back over to the Virgin River. So we just stayed on that, dropped us right into the canyon. Incredible area. It was a little lengthy as far as getting there. I shouldn't say lengthy. It was just it was further than what we thought, but it was beautiful. I mean, the snow on the ground with all the sagebrush and even some of the cactus stuff, trees, and it was pretty incredible. And not to mention to see the red rock highlighted with snow. Had this snow on the ledges, and then you had this red rock in the background. Just unbelievable. Really want to go back, do this again in the spring, but I'm really glad we did it when we did, because it's incredible. So right here's the top, just before we dropped into the Virgin River. Kind of just a big sand dune, kind of the edge of the cliff, I guess you'd say, or hill. To the right there, you could actually go down that, just a long sand dune, or a long run down the sand. It's just a trail we stayed on, just goes around the hill. Drops in, as you can see, coming around the corner here. You can see where you'd end up, right here on this corner. That's where you'd actually come straight out at. Make an awesome climb, turbo. Definitely play around on there for a while. Sand, is pretty sticky, obviously, wet, cold, frozen, some of it. But it was good. This is our first water crossing. You see, drop around here. It's one of the concerns we had about hitting it this late, or going down on the Barracks this late in the year. December wise anyway, we've seen different videos and stuff, Jeeps and stuff like that, with a lot of ice on the river, and not being able to cross, or be bending parts up, this and that, and we're only running side-by-sides down here, so definitely a concern with the ice. But we got real lucky. Run just, there was hardly any ice at all. So yeah, it was just incredible. Pretty neat. It was a lot warmer down here in the bottom. Up top was cold. Luckily we're all running full enclosures. We'd froze our butts off this trip if we hadn't, or we'd really had to bundle up. But pretty lucky that way. We knew it was going to be cool, so we had our enclosures on and made the best of it. It was good. We had a blast. Like I said, down the bottom here, there's hardly any wind. It was warm. You can see the snow is almost nil. There's almost nothing there. Just a little skiff on the bottom. But like I said, you can get out. We just had sweatshirts on. You could stand there. We talked, hung out for a while. Yeah, beautiful down in the bottom. Running on the left side of the river, kind of come up out of the river and up on the banks here. It's all sandy. You can see Anyway, there's looks like multiple roads or multiple trails. We kind of tried, we just stuck low, stayed down towards the river because we knew we were supposed to. We had a lot of crossings, and that seemed to be the main route. I'm not sure where these other ones went. Maybe they just went around in some different sites. We didn't explore much. We did stick to the river and to the main crossings. One thing about these crossings, you get down there and you're looking at the banks. You're looking at all the rocks. You're looking at what this thing's done. So when this high water, when it's rained or they had floods and this melt off or run off, you can just tell it's moved a lot of material, and you can tell where this water has been at different times. So, right now, we're crossing with ease, no problem. It's barely lapping at the bottom of the machines. But you just know that this could turn south pretty quick, and then if it did, you wouldn't want to be down there. It'd definitely be a problem. Coming up here, you can see this off to the left. You got the rocks there. We did stop, had a little bite to eat, snack. Again, it's really warm. It's beautiful. The background, the scenery down in this thing is you can't explain it. You just got to go. You gotta get out. You gotta see the stuff for yourself. We can put on videos and we talk about it. And I've watched a bunch of videos on this trail, both myself and Trent. We've watched videos on this, and it just doesn't do it justice. It doesn't. It's beautiful. So we've heard that you go back in the spring. I mentioned earlier coming back in the spring, and talked to some different people, and they said that the springtime, the colors down in here are just amazing. And I can only imagine. You're looking at it, and obviously it's winter time, and it's still just beautiful. You come down there in the summer, you just imagine this thing being green and lush, and I don't know. It's definitely something we're gonna have to do. So gotta make another trip. It's just how it is. Coming up on the end, this is the last couple water crossings. So, yeah, bummer. Really enjoyed being down in here. Across this thing, you got a fence line over here, obviously private property. Wow, to call that home or call that yours would be insane. Luckily, it's open. You're allowed to run along the edge there, and it's not closed off. So hopefully we all respect that and don't take advantage of it, because I know people are trying to close these things down and this and that, and different trails, and man, you want to keep this stuff open. You want to take care of it. You want to pick up your trash. You want to just do your part and make sure we're not making or leaving a mess while we're enjoying these people's backyards. So very fortunate that we have this. We can run around, and we have all this open land and ground that we can play and enjoy and share with our friends. So right here, I totally missed this. I wish I had the camera on. Trent come up, went to go through this little creek, come over an old dam, and dropped in the creek with his Talon. Anyway, and it was real shallow. He gets up to this hole right there. We see a little waterfall. Anyway, and that thing sunk clear up past the sides of the doors, clear up where the where his second half is on his windows. You can see if you look real close, and there's water running off that thing. That thing was underwater. Had that been a belt drive, you know, a CVT, yeah, it would have been submerged. That thing was underwater. That water come through the windshield. It went over their laps, and he just gunned it, shot up out the other side. Pretty crazy. We were just in awe. Anyway, pretty incredible, amazing, that Talon. Like I said, if it had been CVT, it'd have drowned it. I've been there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So anyway, this is our way out. Finishing up, going to we're gonna go ahead and head to Mount Carmel and grab some lunch. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already.